blast off from the planet, we're going to use motion guides. So create your new scene, and the first layer is going to be called ship. You definitely want to name these layers. Okay, and the very first thing we're going to do to this layer is we're going to right click over in this area, not on the timeline but in this space, and choose Add Classic Motion Guide. Alright, so you see that added here, okay? So now the ship layer is indented a little bit and the motion guide is up here. Alright, then as soon as we do that, we're going to draw our motion guide with the pencil tool. And my pencil right now is black, my background is black, I don't want the same color. So choose something different. And we're going to start with just an S shape on this one. Okay. Also, when you do that, you want to absolutely make sure the object drawing is turned on. Now go to the ship layer and make sure you're in frame 1 of ship, not the guide, but ship, and insert your spaceship. Alright, once you've got it in there, you need to turn on the free transform tool, make it a little smaller, and we want to look for the registration point, the white dot in the middle, and we need that to match up with the beginning of our motion guide. Right, then we're going to go to the timeline, insert a keyframe in 50 of the guide layer and of the ship layer. So a keyframe in both of them. Now on the ship layer, go to that on the timeline, frame 50. We're going to move the ship to the end of the motion guide, and again we want it to match up with the end of our motion guide there, the registration point. Now we're going to go to the ship layer on our timeline, anywhere in between the two keyframes. You got to make sure there's keyframes there, and insert or create a classic tween. So right click and create classic tween. It's purple with an arrow. Alright, so this is what this looks like. Okay, very simple. Alright, now we're going to make a few changes. And in your instructions you can see if the ship does not follow the path, then it wasn't locked into the motion path. You need to fix that. It gives you some troubleshooting ideas there. Okay. Now make a few changes to our spaceship here. So we're going to go to frame 50 of the ship layer. Make sure you're on the ship layer, frame 50, where it ends. Get the free transform tool, and we can decrease the size a little bit because it's flying off. Alright, and we're going to rotate it just a little bit like it's flying off into space there, like so. Alright, now watch it. So it kind of aims that way now. Alright, then it also says here in your instructions optional to dim the shape as it flies away. That's not optional, I want you to do that. So with this selected, we're in frame 50, go to properties, and hang on, property and, oh, go, no, is that where I'm going to do that? That's not where I do that. Oh, here it is, color effect, right here, go to alpha and change the alpha. It's probably set at 100 already, so go just drag it down a little bit so it dims, and now you can see the full effect in your movie. Kind of dims as it's flying away. Alright, the rest of the scene is you're going to create a background and you're going to create text. So don't forget to do that to get your full grade.